Monday, May 18th, and the market opened up slightly lower.
Order
as you can see.
filled.
Okay, look at this. So let me just show you what I did. And I just took out half the position. Let me just go ahead and probably take one more because we're filling that gap. And this trade was based solely on filling that
Order
gap.
filled.
I've got one left. Okay, so this is what we did here. All right, this is where the market closed right here. This is where it closed on Friday. It opened up right in here, first 3-minute bar. So it opened up about 3 to 4 points lower, came down on that first 3-minute bar, bought that right in here, as you can see the line. And I took profits on 3/4 of the position. I had only 4 starting off the day. So bought this about 2.5 minutes into the open, looking for the market to fill that gap. So my sell limit was literally 2 ticks down from where it closed on Friday. Just for a quick trade, right? Closed here. My profit target again was 2 ticks below it right here. Got filled, and I've got one position left, and I locked in, as you can see, $225. And I've got one. So the question is now, where is that remaining stop? I'm going to go right to break even, which is basically 17. So I'm going to have a sell stop at 17 even, which we're right there right now, and pretty much broke even on that. Became a market order because it was sitting there and it traded below. So as you can see, I'm flat the market. Okay, no positions, flat, made 225 on again, a very quick trade based on the gap. You don't have these types of trades every morning, but I would say at least 3 out of the 5 trading days a week, you do have a gap. So let me just review that again. It closed yesterday, okay, or Friday rather, 19.25, opened up at 17 and traded immediately down to 16.25. So you had some, so you had 2 to 3 points to look for that gap to be filled. Took advantage of that, looked at a few of the internals that set up as well. And so I'm going to pause the video and see if I can get another trade. All right, I am back, and if I actually had a loss and almost gave everything back that I made on the first trade, what I did here was, let me just show you. I shorted the markets right in here and stopped myself out in here, thinking it was going to go down and probably retest the low of the day. And then now I'm long as it was breaking higher, thinking since we are pretty much the all-time highs, I was thinking we'd probably make a run to the upside. And I may be wrong on this too, so we'll see. I'm going to hold this a little bit and watch it very closely. If we start breaking down through this low here, then I would exit this long trade. So let's see what happens. I'll come back as things start to progress. All right, I am back. As you can see on this current 3-minute bar, we've got an engulfing pattern after hitting that 38.2. Hasn't closed yet, right? We took out the high of the prior 3-minute, took out the low of the 3-minute. If it had closed or was going to close in the bottom quarter, if it does, I'll exit this long trade altogether. If it closes in the top quarter in here, I'll have my stop below this low, which is the round number of 19 even, so 18.75. So let's see if this moves higher here, okay? So I'm going to pause the video. It's looking positive, but hey, who knows? It's just a 3-minute chart. The high of the day is right here at 21.20 3/4. We actually took out Friday by only one measly tick, one minimum price fluctuation. So this is a big critical point in here. If we cannot clear up through yesterday's high with a close, of course, today's high on a closing basis, then we may go lower. So let's just see if we can continue higher. All right, I am back with a hard physical stop here at 218.75, which is below the low of this bullish engulfing pattern. If we take that out, I certainly don't want to be long anymore, and I would be changing my opinion, thinking the market's going to possibly move lower. Look at, here we go. We're moving lower. So probably take a loss on this one, and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm back. Got stopped out. We are down $50 on the day. I'm going to pause the video and see if I can see what I see in here. Maybe we're going to go lower. Let's take a look here. I'll be back when I put a trade. All right, I'm back again. I don't know if I'm getting whipped or whatnot, but let's just see. I'm short at 19 even. Looking at this big bar, thinking we were coming down, probably trying to retest this low, potentially the low of the day. It looks like I'm wrong again. We'll see if we rally. We'll see what happens. I'll be back as things progress, but let's see what happens. All right, here we go. All right, had a buy limit down in here. One tick above this low, so we did exactly what I thought. I've got one left, as you can see right in here. Got some of that back. And we've only got one left. I'm going to see if we can continue moving lower here. And I'll be back shortly. All right, I'm back. The market's moving lower. I'm going to move my stop. It's going to be pretty much break even. I'm going to be above 218.5, above this 3 minutes high. The 3/4, 218 3/4 will be the buy stop. Right there. So it's break even on the remaining, okay? So we'll see what happens here. All right, I'm back. I'm going to move the stop down to a half number, which is one tick above 18 1/4. I usually go above a half or around, but I'm gonna just stick it at a half, so I come out at least 2 ticks ahead on this. Okay, so essentially all I'm doing here is I'm bringing it down one, as you can see right there. We'll see if this market continues to drop. We're making new lows here, but we haven't taken out the low of the day. The low of the day is down at 16 1/4. We're at 17 3/4. We hit 17 even. So let's just see what the market's able to do in here, because if the market's not able to take out the low and we consolidate in here, I think we could go long, looking for the market to challenge the highs again. I think we do have a possibility that that can happen, and I want to try to record all of this, so let's just see what happens. All right, I am back. I'm going to go and I'm putting a limit in at 17 1/4 to buy, to get out of the remainder, because I don't think we're going to go a lot lower. Let's see, we just popped up. Look at, yeah, I'm going to get out of the rest at 17 1/4 and or stop myself out at 18.5 on the remainder. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I am out of this trade. I got out of the remainder, so I'm going to take out my buy stop. So there you go. So again, I was up, what, 200 and change, then I gave it back, and then I was down 50, and now I'm back to 225. Yeah, that's a lot of trading here in the first half hour. Typically, that's not the case, but we'll see. I'm going to pause it again because, look, at the first half hour is in place here, right? Here, first half hour of trading. First half hour high is 21.20 3/4, and the low is 216 1/4. Actually, this video is long enough. It's a little over 8 minutes, and so you saw a bunch of little trades here. So I'm going to pause it, not pause it, but I'm going to just, so you can watch all this now, end it. If I have another trade that I record today, I will put that up as well. Have a great one. Bye now.